Angel alert! SunWest is continuing to slash turn times. Just weeks after announcing the 1-hour condition review time, SunWest is reviewing over 70% of conditions in under 40 minutes. From wherever you're at, drop your conditions into Morgan and don't miss a minute. At SunWest, we're continuously innovating because we believe your true home is always with it.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. The racial homeownership gap is essentially the same as it was 60 years ago, and we caught up with an executive at Homebridge to see why efforts to fix the problem aren't working. We'll have more on that coming up. But first, Celebrity Home Loans' abrupt decision to lay off its staff may have doomed its future. It turns out employees were not the only ones stunned by Celebrity's announcement that they were laid off earlier this week. OnQ Financial, which was working on a deal to buy Celebrity, was also shocked by the news. The surprising series of events started on February 7th, when Celebrity executives held a conference call to inform employees about the deal. During the same conference call, the company said 3/4 of the staff would be furloughed indefinitely. Then, on Monday, Celebrity informed employees via email that it was laying off 92% of the staff immediately because the company couldn't make payroll. And now the deal with OnQ is off. A spokesman for OnQ says the company was not aware of Celebrity's cash problems and only found out about the layoffs after the announcement. Coming up, we look at why we haven't been able to close the racial homeownership gap.
Morgan of SunWest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With SunWest, your true home is always within.
Welcome back. Originators have been trying to figure out ways to bring in new borrowers, including new techniques to help underserved borrowers. And yet, the data shows those efforts haven't been working. NMP staff writer Katie Jensen talks with an industry veteran about why the industry keeps failing to help level the playing field in the latest episode of Gated Communities.
Whatever we've been doing isn't working at all.
The racial homeownership gap is as bad as it was in 1960, despite both regulations against discrimination and efforts by the mortgage industry to help all borrowers. Why? Woody White of Homebridge says it's because too many companies fail to connect with underserved borrowers.
If you don't understand what's going on, you're not going to get anywhere.
It starts with education, for example, making sure people understand the difference between a FICO score and a Vantage score, and be aware that some groups of people have lost trust in financial companies.
I'm going to ask some questions just to see if this person can give me an honest answer.
White says you don't have to be a Black or Hispanic to build a relationship with those customers, but you do need a diverse staff and a culture where people are free to have conversations about these issues.
People are recommending people they already know. People tend to grab whoever's in their sphere of influence.
And that means being aware of what signal you're sending with your decisions. White recalls working with one company that wanted to move its headquarters to a city with no real Black community. White remembers being the only one against the idea.
What if I wanted to look for certain products that are specific to African Americans? I can't find it because it's not there.
You can hear more from White on Gated Communities, the Mortgage News Network's podcast on helping underserved borrowers. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Katie Jensen.
Thanks, Katie. In other news, we're looking for help with inventory, but new construction doesn't seem to be providing long-term relief. The U.S. Census Bureau says starts were down 4.5% from December, and the annual rate of 1.3 million new homes is 21% down from a year ago. The census data comes a day after the National Association of Home Builders says confidence has grown over the last couple of months. Builders were hopeful we might be turning a corner with rates going down. But with new starts slipping and mortgage rates now rising, we may not see the turn builders were hoping for. The NAHB has also been calling on lawmakers to address affordability, but it remains to be seen if a divided Congress will take up their proposals. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
Loan originators at SunWest are free from origination details and stress. You too can be limitless and have it all. We don't have a pyramid of layers, and all of the commission is yours. All I want to do is make you money.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. The price of toilet paper is going up again, and we can't just blame inflation. In fact, it seems the sluggish housing market is playing a role. The LA Times notes that lumber futures have fallen by more than 60% over the last year, and some major sawmills have shut down. Not only does this mean less wood, we also have less pulp for toilet paper and other paper products. Analysts with Nielsen IQ say toilet paper prices jumped 20% just in the second half of last year. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.